We are live. It is the Fantasy NBA Today, brought to you by FanDuel. And Rick Kamla and Hall of Famer Steve Alexander, a.k.a. Dr. A, have gone through, what do you call that, Doc? The shrinking machine? Remember the old movie where they shrunk people down to, like, miniature size?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Bingo. What? Did they have a name for the apparatus that shrunk the kids?
In Inner Space was another micro person movie. I don't know what the name of the kid shrinker was, though.
We're micro people today. We're micro fantasy analysts today. I guess that's what's happening here, right?
We're small. You're small. Very small. That's a movie. I can't remember which one.
We're small, but we're strong. Anyway, it's Cam, it's Doc. We're ready to have fun. Guys, the season starts tomorrow. Okay, a lot of fantasy drafts happening tonight. A lot of fantasy drafts have happened over the last week. Personally, Doc, I am done with one exception, this draft right here. This is an invitational. We've got some rock and roll people in this league. Like, yes, they play guitar, they sing, they travel the country, like those types of guys. Doc can shout them out and tell you stories about them as we move along. A bunch of industry people are in this league as well. It is a 14-team league, 9-cat. I'm in it. I go first. Bob Nastanovich goes second. Tommy Beer goes third. Mike Passador goes fourth. Mark Camaro goes fifth. Dan Palyo goes sixth. Ryan Knaus goes seventh. Brian Rosen, help me out with the end of his name, Doc.
Worcel.
Right, because it's Rosenwar and it's ... So Rosenworcel.
Rosenworcel.
He goes eighth. Matt Stroup, your boy, goes ninth. Aaron Bruski, the patriarch, he goes 10th. Dan Titus goes 11. Joe Kaiser goes 12. Dr. A, I'm sorry. 13 for Dr. A. And 14 is Keston Paul. And let's set the stage here. What did Keston tell you about drafts? And I love the fact that you guys are right next to each other for this whole thing.
What did Keston tell me about drafts?
Yeah, about he can't get a guy in drafts.
He can never get Amen Thompson when he's drafting next to me. Or with me, I guess. But today he drafts after me. So he's going to be he's probably going to be sniping a lot of guys that I want. Yeah, and just for the record, it's Ryan Knaus, formerly of Roto World, and it's what's the other name? Oh, Matt Stroup, formerly of Roto World and NBC.
It's Knaus. Okay, I'll try to get like mouse. Okay. Try to get that right. Ryan, want to get that right for you, man. All right, Doc, the countdown is on here. 40 seconds to me. 35, 34, 33. To me, taking Victor Wembanyama. Now, me and Andre cooked up a little joke right before we came on the air. Andre's like, tell him you're taking Jokic and sell it. And I did. Did you buy it that I was taking Jokic number one in this draft?
I did. I thought you were going to take Jokic. I mean, it's not crazy to take Jokic number one, dude.
It is not, but it would be a crazy hypocritical move for me to take Jokic after all I've said the entire offseason about Wemby. But you're right. If you out there and we're down to 3, 2, 1, we are live. Just went in my ear, that little fan tracks noise. I prefer the ESPN one better. The pick is in. Rick Kamla, with the first pick in the SportsEthos Invitational 2025, selects a man named Victor Wembanyama, and he is now mine. Giddy. Bob Nastanovich is on the clock. Doc, is Bob Nastanovich one of these humans that sings, plays guitar, and travels the country with melodies?
He screams backup vocals for Pavement, and he is a percussionist for the band Pavement.
Wait, is he the dude you showed me that plays with his hands? Is that the guy?
That's Brian Rosenworcel.
So that dude is in, the badass percussionist you were showing me that plays his hands until they bleed. He's in this league?
He is.
That's super cool.
And Bob Nastanovich just took, to no one's surprise, Nikola Jokic. And this draft, by the way, Rick, I don't know if we said, is brought to you all by FanDuel.
Nobody is more psyched about reading promotional announcements than Dr. A in the history of sports media. I love it, dude. Give him a shout out.
Tommy Beer on the clock. The pick is in.
All right, so Tommy Beer took SGA. Mike Passador is like, gimme Luka. He took Luka. Mark Camaro is now on the clock. Doc, pretty chalky first four so far.
Yep. You and I have said our preferred order is Wemby, Luka, Jokic, Shea, and it went Wemby, Jokic, Shea, Luka, which I have no problem with that.
And we have another pick in. Mark Camaro takes Giannis Antetokounmpo. Again, this is a 9-cat league, so turnovers are included. 14 teams head-to-head, and we do the third-round reversal, which in this particular draft does not favor me, but because I've had so many lousy picks, I have warmed up to the third-round reversal this year. Dan Palyo takes Anthony Davis, 6th overall. Controversial early decision here, my friend.
Well, I mean, if Davis stays healthy, it's a great pick. If Davis is out of shape and doesn't stay healthy, or Dallas decides to shelve him and tank, then it's not a good pick. But I mean, there are guys I would have taken that seem to be safer, but 80s league winning material.
Dan Palyo with Anthony Davis. When I say that, it's with sarcasm. I've been drafting hardcore for the last week. Anthony Davis is going right in the middle of the first round, so there's actually nothing controversial at all about it. It's just I prefer guards at that point. I think Doc does as well. So shout out to Dan Palyo. Hope it works out for you, man. Brian Rosenworcel is on the clock right now with bloody hands. Doc about to make this pick. Ryan Knaus just took Anthony Edwards at 7. Do you have a prediction on who Brian's going to take here?
I'm going to say Cade Cunningham, but I don't know. Brian is the drummer percussionist for the band Guster, and a great guy. So is Bob. Bob's a great guy too. I don't know. We're about to find out who he's going to take. Is he auto drafting?
I believe he is. Cade Cunningham. Bang. And it went all the way to 0. So yeah, I think he is auto drafting. Matt, hold on. Is it Stroup?
Stroup, yes.
Yeah. So it's like, ow. Okay. He takes Steph Curry. Again, I'm mad at the pick. Maybe a little higher than I've seen Steph going in drafts. Doc, your thoughts on Curry at 9?
I'm cool with Curry at 9. Anytime guys are taking not my guys, it makes me happy. I probably would have taken Trae Young there, but that's just me.
So let's see here. The clock is winding down. We got 20 seconds left. Aaron Bruski is on the clock with the 10th pick. Then it'll be Dan Titus, Joe Kaiser, Dr. A, and Keston Paul. And there will be no reversal there. That'll come back around. The turnaround for these guys. So Bruce down to 5 seconds, down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. He's going to get Trae Young via auto pick. That's exactly what happened.
Is Bruski in the house?
I do not know. I do not know. So we have the 11th pick up right now. A lot of options here. Cat, Booker, Sabonis. So let's talk about Sabonis here real quick. And we did get some Kobe White news, but did we just get another pick? We did.
Devin Booker.
Ooh, I like it. Would I have done that there? That would have been my pick there too. I would have nabbed Devin Booker at 11. Would that have been your pick there, Doc?
Yes. Oh, look, I'm on the clock. I'm going to take the same guy I've taken in literally every draft I'm in. So you know how you're supposed to diversify these things.
Wait a second.
There's no diversity.
Wait a second. Why didn't you take Amen? Did you? Okay, so Doc took Josh Giddey, and I know he wants Amen on the way back. The whole world knows that. It's no secret. Keston Paul takes Karl Anthony Towns and Evan Mobley. Dude, you're going to get your guys again,
I
Doc.
don't really know that I need any more Amen in my life at this point. God, every draft is exactly the same for me.
Can I get a hallelujah, Doc? You need more Amen in your life, dude. Oh my God, is that funny? And he went ahead and took Amen Thompson. Dude, you have cornered the market on Josh Giddey and Amen Thompson, bro. Like, I wish I had as much Bitcoin as you have Josh Giddey and Amen Thompson, dude. Oh my gosh. Alpi Şengün goes to Joe Kaiser with the 3rd pick of the 2nd round. You feeling good about the Giddey Amen collab, dude?
I mean, yes, but it's like you know how you love your kids, but when they're in your office screaming and running around out of control, like every day, you get kind of tired of them. I'm tired of Giddy and Amen, dude. I've got enough. I've had enough. Andre keeps giving me the last pick in all these drafts. It's Andre.
I promise you it's not intentional. I promise you he is not trying to evoke the patented competitive Doc frustration. I promise you.
I did an auction last night with Ryan Knaus.
You told me that you did quite well. By the way, Tyrese Maxey, fourth pick of the second round to Dan Titus. Aaron Bruski, who is with us, is on the clock once again. Donovan Mitchell.
The auction was fun, man. It's the only one I've done this year, and I got I got to spend a lot of money on Luka and Victor Wembanyama, and then I thought I'd run out of money and I'd get hosed at the end of this thing. But I got a ton of good stuff at the end of that draft too. There goes Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson to match Stroup at the sixth pick in round 2. Brian Rosenworcel back on the clock. Cade Cunningham and Scotty Barnes. I like Brian's drafting already. That looks like a Cam team right there.
Cunningham and Barnes. Ryan Knaus.
So who would I like to fall to me at 20?
Oh, yeah, Ryan is Knaus, actually. I didn't realize it until I said it.
Wouldn't mind a little Palyo.
And he just took Chet Holmgren. Ryan Knaus. Dan Palyo is on the clock. What you got, Rick?
Well, at 28, I'd like some Kevin Durant. I'd like some Jalen Brunson. I'd like some Palyo.
I think Durant was the guy I was looking at if I wasn't going to take Amen.
And Kevin Durant was just taken. Dan Palyo with the 9th pick in round 2.
We shouldn't have brought his name up. That was our fault.
Nah, it is. We're content rules here, man. Yeah. So these are the guys. I'd love to get a Jalen Brunson, a Paulo Banchero. I've been noticing, Doc. I've got a ton of shares of Jalen Brunson, and you know that he's my guy. But he's not like one of, like he's just like a rock star at ADP for me. I don't have like an extra geekness about the deal. I'll talk English now. My point is he's drifting a little bit. Maybe not a full round, but he's drifting 5, 6. I think people are maybe bored. There is a possibility that Mike Brown changes the offense a little bit, diversifies it. Brunson just went to Passador. And then Sabonis went to Tommy Beer. And now it's Bob Nastanovich and then me. So am I going to get sniped?
I was hoping to get some follow here.
I did. I just got sniped. So that didn't go well at all. Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Paulo Banchero, bang, bang, bang. Now, Doc, I have it. And Cooper Flag just went. I would have taken him next. Boy, this is tough because I draft here and then it doesn't come back for me forever. Is this a boy? I just got super sniped, dude. Where am I going next?
You got 20 seconds to figure it out.
You don't need to apply extra pressure to me, bro. I got this, dude.
The FanDuel clock is down to 10 seconds.
I'm gonna take a little Austin Reeves right there. Do I like the pick? I freaking hate the pick. That was no man's land, by the way. Pick 28 in a 14-team league, no man's land. I was looking at Dyson Daniels, no. Desmond Bain, I'd rather have Reeves. Trey Murphy, way too early. Joel Embiid, too early. Brandon Miller, too early. So that's a dead zone. I feel like pick 5 is kind of a dead zone, and I feel like pick 28, which we've just sort of figured out. Look, LeBron's on the board. You guys want to get into LeBron at 28 right now? Jalen Williams on the board. You guys want to get into him at 28 right now? Too much uncertainty and injury risk. So we go to round 3, Doc. Keston Paul, first pick in round 3, takes Jamal Murray. You are back on the clock for Dyson Daniels, who I strongly consider. Doc has the goody team here. Giddy, Amen, and Daniels. I love it. Keston Paul's looking good too. Carl Anthony Towns, Evan Mobley, Jamal Murray. Joe Kaiser adds Jalen Williams to go with Harden and Şengün. And we're rolling here, Doc, in round 3. How you feeling about your team so far, dude?
Exactly the same as I have felt about almost all my teams, because these are the 3 guys I have on most of them. It's so funny, man.
Doc, one of our faves, F. Scott Foster, was suggesting that I take Derek White. Thought about it. Definitely did. Derek White was just the last pick to Dan Titus. If this season goes really haywire for LeBron, how good is Austin Reeves going to be? That's why I made that pick. Because I think we could get 23. I don't know. But if Bron, he says he's evaluating the Lakers, are they winning or not, right? I don't know if he'll ever play with them again. That's probably like too sort of provocative of a way to put it. But what if LeBron isn't really the factor we think he's going to be? Then Austin Reeves should be a complete monster this year.
Yeah, Luka and Austin Reeves should just go absolutely bonkers. I like Austin Reeves anyway, even with LeBron there. You take LeBron out, and then he just becomes a superstar.
Jaren Jackson went to Aaron Bruski, merging Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, Jaren Jackson. That's fire. And he took Jackson with the 5th pick in round 3. Matt Stroup takes Steph Curry. Jalen Johnson just took Miles Turner, 6th pick in round 3. Denny Abdia was just taken by Brian Rosenworcel. Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, and Denny Abdia for him. LeBron James still on the clock, still available. Jaylen Brown still available. Trey Murphy just went, Doc, to Ryan Knaus.
I thought about Murphy instead of Dyson.
And now Dan Palyo's back on the clock. Dan Palyo's got, this is objective, significant amount of injury risk on his build so far. Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. Love the Durant pick. I would have taken Durant there too. There is a lot of injury risk with him. And so I'm curious to see what he does here. Desmond Bane. I don't really look at Desmond Bane as an injury risk guy. I know that he's got some DNPs in the background, but I like that pick by Palyo. Zion just went to Mark Camaro, Doc, with Giannis, Flag, and now Zion.
Yes, and I noticed that Jalen Williams fell in the 3rd round. Do you think he goes 3rd round if he's healthy? Or you think he's a 2nd rounder?
No, high 2nd rounder.
Yeah.
High 2nd rounder. Jaylen Brown. I mean, dude, could I get sniped anymore? Bob Nastanovich, not making friends around here, bro. Which is exactly what you should be doing in a league like this. All right. What am I doing here? I think it's Doc. First of all, I got to take the homie Brandon Miller. I already know that. Boom, take him. I'm back on the clock here. 1st pick in round 4. And I gotta make some power moves here, dude. I feel like I'm even with Wemby, I feel like I'm swimming upstream here. I feel like I don't know. I just don't feel like I got it. Are we a 2-center league here? Anybody? Well, I guess I could put him at flex if it's not. Is this a 2-center league?
I don't know. Let's look at roster and see what it says. 2 centers, 2-center league.
Joel Embiid is the next pick in the draft to Rick Kamla with the 1st pick in round 4. I have gone from it's probably the biggest off-season turnaround in my fantasy history, Doc. Going from I'll never draft him again to now I draft Joel Embiid all over the place. I got him in another one of my drafts last night.
I've been watching you draft him everywhere. And it's a big change. It's an interesting you sort of like traded Anthony Davis out for Joel Embiid. You start off real high on Davis, and Davis just drop. But you start off, Embiid was down here, and he just came all the way up the escalator. So, interesting stuff.
Yes, that is what happened. So Bam Adebayo went pick 4-2. LaMelo Ball went pick 4-3, and Franz Wagner went pick 4-4. I sincerely hope, and I say this with a joke, like a smile on my face, or at least a smirk. But I sincerely hope that Bob Nastanovich wanted to take Brandon Miller or Joel Embiid with pick 4-2, where he took Bam. Bob just messing around. Jimmy Butler just went to Mark Camaro. So here are the team builds for a couple of our guys. Mark Camaro, Giannis, Flag, Zion, Butler, no guards yet. All front court guys, kind of like that because he knows guards are going to be available late. Mike Passador goes Luka, Brunson, Siakam, Wagner. Very safe and solid, like a 275-yard drive down the middle of the fairway. Your thoughts on their builds so far, Doc?
It looks like Mark's punting free throws. And he's got guys I never draft. Giannis, Zion, and Jimmy Butler. It'll be I can't wait to see what Zion does this year, man. Like, this is all or nothing for Zion. Like, he's either going to do this and everything's going to be okay, or it's going to be another disaster and his career is going to be hanging in the balance, Rick.
Kristaps Porzingis, boy, this is the injury risk round right here. Porzingis just went to Dan Palyo. So Dan Palyo is just rolling the dice here, man. Like with an edge, with acumen. But Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Desmond Bain, Kristaps Porzingis. That's his build so far. Ryan Noss, Ant-Man, Chet, Trey Murphy. He took De'Aaron Fox, who I strongly considered where I took Brandon Miller and Embiid. Brian Rosenworcel, Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, Denny Avdia, Ivica Zubats. And the last pick was OG Anunoby to match Stroup to go with Steph Curry, Jalen Johnson, and Miles Turner. Aaron Bruski back on the clock. Doc, what did you think of the De'Aaron Fox here in round 4 at about the 50th pick of the draft? What do you think about
that? It is. Wait a second. What did Bruski just do to me? Oh, my God. Well, I'm done. I'm out. I'm taking my ball and going home. He took Matas Buzelis in the freaking, 4th round. Oh, my God. Rick, you're muted, I believe.
All right, so I'm sorry that you're frustrated, Doc. I'm sorry that didn't work out for you because you're my brother. But when you look at that look on your face right now, you gets the pursed lips, and you could just tell Doc is not happy.
Oh, look, I just got a text from Aaron Bruski, who never ever texts me, and it says,
whoa, are you serious?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of ha-has. Put it up to the cam. Can we see that? Okay. The gauntlet has been thrown down. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I took him in the 4th round of a 20-team draft and got roasted in the chat room. And Bruski just outdid me. He got him in the 4th round. And I was going to take him in the 4th round. Actually, I was going to wait till the 5th. I was going to wait till it looped through Keston, and I was going to take him with this next pick I have. So now there are officially 2 of my 12 leagues I don't have Buzelis in.
So you're back on the clock, Doc. 37 seconks left. Doc took Rudy Gobert. He's got Giddey, Amen, Dyson Daniels, Gobert. I love it.
I can't find my guy. I am reaching here. 2-center league.
Khalil Ware to Dr. A. He's a big Khalil Ware guy. Nobody puts their money where their mouth is based on opinionating and drafting like Dr. A. I mean, this dude, he's a robot, dude. And a smart one at that. Keston Paul, by the way, interesting team build. Goes Towns, Mobley, Murray, and then here with the back-to-back turnaround took Pritchard and Quickly, buzz-killing those of us looking for point guards late. Like what he's doing. Joe Kaiser just took Miles Bridges. He took Vucevic right before Doc took Gobert. So Dan Titus back on the clock here, Dr. A. Let's talk quickly here about Domantas Sabonis, Doc. He'll be reevaluated in a week. He had the hamstring injury last Wednesday in an exhibition against the Clippers. It's a grade 1 strain. He'll be evaluated in 1 week. All right, so Sabonis is legit hurt. Grade 1. We have MRIs, we have grades, we have doctors, the whole thing. Okay. And I know you, but just your thoughts on that, dude. And people are still drafting him, and we've been kind of sort of telling you not to, and now here we go with this.
Well, he's just been dropping further and further and further and further in drafts. And he's got, like, I think if you're going to draft Sabonis as one of your big guys, you probably have to look at punting something. I don't know if it's blocks or threes or what, but he's just such a points, rebounds, assist monster, and everything else is kind of dicey. The Kings are weird though, and like I've got some trust issues with the Kings in general, and that filters down to Sabonis. I like Sabonis; he's a great player, but I want big men who do fun stuff, and he just doesn't do any fun big man stuff.
I don't disagree. We got a run on big men right now, Doc. Jalen Duren goes to Dan Titus, 4th pick, 5th round. Walker Kessler goes to Aaron Bruski, 5th pick, 5th round. Jakob Poeltl goes to Matt Stroup, 6th pick, 5th round. Brian Rosenworcel's back on the clock. He has done some big work so far, but still needs more in a 2-center league. He's got Zubats, Avdia, Barnes, and Cunningham. So a buzzkill there on Domantas Sabonis. We also get, Doc, buzzkillish news on Kobe White. And this is fresh. Kobe White, where is this report? He has resumed on-court basketball activities and continues to make progress in his ramp-up phase for a right calf strain. White will be reevaluated in 2 weeks per the Bulls. So what's going on here is that Kobe White's probably going to miss the first month of the season. At least 2 weeks, at least always means more. What I'm kind of frustrated about, Doc, is the pump fake on the reporting. Remember about a week ago, we got a report that Kobe White trending towards opening night and things are looking good, right? And now we get this. He wasn't trending towards opening night when that report came out. If he was like at the beginning of a ramp up. So get your ish together with the Bulls, either those putting the info out or those reporting the info. That's not it. It's not it, dude.
Yeah. Kobe went from, he's good to go to now ramping up. So I don't know, man. It changes my vibe on him again. I went from being sour on him to, I'm good with him to now I'm kind of sour on him again.
I don't have any shares of Kobe White this year. Go ahead.
I don't either. Andre was asking to me and you, like, would I rather have Kristaps Porzingis or Joel Embiid? And I think the answer for me is easily Joel Embiid.
It's easily Joel Embiid for me as well. Here's the thing about Joel Embiid. Is he going to miss games? He's going to miss a ton of games. I think I'm on the clock, Doc. I am. All right, so let me do this here. All right, last few picks. Mikal Bridges to Rosenworcel. Ryan Knaus took Jarrett Allen. Kawhi went to Palyo. Mark Camaro took Osar Thompson. Meg Passador took DeAndre Ayton. Tommy Beer took Lauri Markkanen. And Bob Nastanovich took Zach LaVine. All right, because I'm hosting and drafting. I don't have – ooh. There's one of my guys. There's another one of my guys. Let me go to the setup of, hold on a second. I got so much going on in my brain right now, Doc.
I know who you're drafting.
Let me go to PGs here real quick. How about, oh crap, I'm getting real late on the clock here. All right, I took Alex Sarr.
I was going to predict your I was going to predict your pick, and it was.
Well, I started kind of panicking, bro. I hear the clock, and I got 10 seconds left, and all this stuff, and I was kind of like, I just got to make a pick. So apologies on that. Who do you think I'm going to take here, Doc? Take a guess.
Is it a big man?
It might be, but I'm kind of looking small right now. I think I got to go small.
Jordan Poole.
Looking at Jordan Poole, but he's not going to be the pick. I'm going to go with goodies that I could probably get this guy later, but I got to wait 2 rounds. So I'm just taking him. I think the stat set's going to be great. Drew Holiday, to your boy Cam. Do I like my team? No, not really. Not a fan. I just keep getting I'm not a fan at all. I just keep kind of getting stuck. I kind of wanted to take Kessler where I took Sar, not Kessler, Klingon. But I kind of like that Sar's also PF, so he's got maneuverability. He's going to hit threes, so I'm cool with that. I think I'm pretty good with blocks here, Doc, with Embiid, Sar, and Wemby. I think I'm pretty good in blocks. But I needed a point guard for sure. And when I look at Suggs, he's a no for me. Jalen Green right now is a no, and I'm just point guard or shooting guard. Kobe White's a no to me. Tyler Hero right now is a no to me. Jordan Poole's a maybe to me, but I'm just not really into it. Darius Garland's got the injury. Simons is going to be a 6 man. You got Nebhard, you got McCollum. Thought about them. You got Kevin Porter. Thought about him, but I don't know. I just feel like Drew Holiday is going to have the best stats of all of those guys. That's why I made the pick. And he's an availability guy. So anyway, that's what's up with that mindset.
I was going to mix it up and take Michael Porter Jr. for the first time all year. His preseason numbers caught my attention. I was finally going to go and buy some Porter Jr., but Bobby Nastanovich took him right after you took Drew Holiday.
Pardon me. Julius Randle, one of Doc's favorite players, went to Tommy Beer, which is ironic. Tommy Beer I love Tommy Beer. Well, I think most of us do. Huge Knicks guy, right? Doc, you may even know like the outlet that he works for. I don't know that. I just follow him on Twitter. It's Knicks, and it's really, really, really good information. He took Julius Randle. So maybe he was one of the rare Knicks Julius Randle truthers out there. But that kind of impresses me. Mike Passador took Mark Williams. So he's got his 2 centers. He's got Ayton and Williams, Wagner, Siakam, Brunson, and Doncic. Mark Camaro just took Isaiah Hartenstein. That is he's got many bigs. Giannis can play center. And so now he's got his second center with Hartenstein, Dan Palyo back on the clock.
Dude, Palyo is seeing our injury and raising us by an injury. He's got Kawhi and Cam Johnson with the next 2 picks. Great players, injury history. It's wild. The injury history associated with the team he is building.
I feel like I've been backed into a corner for all these picks, Doc. You know what I mean? And then you have drafts, Doc, where everything falls into place, right? You know what I'm finding, Doc? When I have the 5th pick, the 6th, 7th, or 8th, right? When I'm in the middle. Not 1st, 2nd, 3rd, not 11th or 12th, right? When I'm in the middle, those drafts are the drafts I leave going, I killed that one because I'm not waiting so long to get guys, right? It's like, there's a rhythm to it as well. Like you're a round out. You're not 2 rounds out. You're a round out. Like I really like being in the middle, dude. I've had more success with those drafts this draft season. I don't know if you have any relation to that.
Yeah, I kind of like picking near the end. But this is a 14-team league, so it's deeper. Guys are going earlier. It's harder. And all these guys we're playing with know what we think. And like, how you and I know what we're thinking before we make a pick. These guys know what we want to do. And I'm sure they're kind of, that's playing into this too, probably.
It could. This another thing with this league. This league is going to be played out, but it's not going to be waiver wire, no trades. It's just we draft the team and it plays out. So taking injury-prone guys like that did give me pause taking Embiid, but I just Guys, I'm on an Embiid thing. I think he's been okie doking us. I think he's going to be I don't think he's going to play back-to-backs. He's probably going to miss 25 to 30 games. But I think when he plays, he's going to be magnificent. And I know that we bang on Embiid and he's lost. He hasn't played in almost a year and all kind of stuff. Guys, he's 30 points. He's 30, 10, and 5 minimum. That's the floor. Put it in the box score, and it's probably going to go up from there. And Doc, you look at his stat line. He's a 3.5. He's a block and a half. He's over a steal per game. Joel Embiid is a 1-1-1 guy. Okay, to go with the magnificent PRA, and I understand the injury risk, but am I rolling the dice on Porzingis to get 20 and 10 with 2 blocks and a 3.5? No, I'm rolling the dice to get an MVP caliber guy.
Rick, why don't you welcome all the people watching us and the people watching us for the first time?
We love all y'all. First-time audience members, thank you for joining us. We're in the midst of a draft. I'm going to get you caught up on some of the recent picks here. There have been a couple of good ones. But it's Rick Kamla. It's Hall of Famer Steve Alexander. We have the great Andre Lamouche with us as well. We're the Fantasy NBA Today, brought to you by FanDuel. We're in round 6 of a 14-team, 9-cat draft. Doc just made a pick. Keston Paul made a pick, and now it's coming back here in round 7. But for you new audience members, please, so that you get all the content, you also help us out with this, subscribe to the SportsEthos YouTube channel and subscribe to the Fantasy NBA Today podcast feed, the Fantasy NBA Today podcast feed, and the SportsEthos YouTube channel. Please subscribe. If you're a loyal listener, you're with us a lot, like our boy F. Scott Foster. We love that handle, by the way. We love you guys too. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for getting subscriptions and following our work and learning and winning along with us. Okay. So now let's get back to some recent picks here. We left off. Dan Palyo took Cam Johnson. Ryan Knaus, took Onyeka Okongwu. Brian Rosenworcel took Jalen Green. Matt Stroup took Darius Garland. Aaron Bruski took Jordan Poole. Dan Titus took Donovan Clingan. Joe Kaiser took Josh Hart. Then Dr. A took CJ McCollum. Keston Paul took Kobe White, despite the news that just came out. Tumani Kamara goes first pick, 7th round. Doc backed up McCollum with Johnny Collins, his boy. DeMar DeRozan goes next to Joe Kaiser, and you're caught up as Dan Titus takes Brandon Ingram. Talk to us about McCollum and Collins to your team, Doc.
Well, Collins, I needed a power forward. I've got a bunch of Naz Reid shares, so I decided to go with Johnny Collins. Although Naz qualifies at center, I probably should have taken Naz, but I just decided to mix it up. I like Collins. I mean, he's not going to be a top option in the offense on that deep Clippers team, but it only takes an injury to somebody before he does. And either way, he's starting. He's going to play big minutes for them. You kind of talked me into CJ McCollum. He scores 20 every night. 25 and 5 is his middle name. He does the other stuff okay. He'll help me get assists. So that's what I was doing.
Aaron Bruski takes Reed Shepard with the 5th pick in round 7. Matt Stroup takes Andrew Nebhard. Really good value at this point, in my opinion. I'm trying to queue a couple guys up here, Doc.
Yeah, hosting and posting on Twitter and drafting all at the same time is quite a challenge, I've noticed.
I got this, though, man. I got this. I'm built for this, Doc. So are you, by the way.
Oh,
so are you, right. By the way.
I've managed to get it all done. Everything's going all right. I haven't got auto drafted yet.
I almost got auto drafted. I did. When I did, I had like 5 seconds left. I was looking for Klingon. I was like, I saw Sar. Screw it. I'm taking Sar. Because I didn't want to get auto drafted and get freaking Tyler Hero or something, right? With the red cross. I don't want the red cross. Kevin Porter Jr. That one hurt. Ryan Knaus took Brian Rosenworcel took Christian Brown. Not on my radar.
Dude, I was
Brian,
torn.
You can have him.
I was torn between KPJ and McCollum. I took McCollum. I thought maybe KPJ would be there on the way back, but I thought wrong.
Doc's guy Norman Powell goes to Dan Palyo, 9th pick, 7th round.
I have hardly any Norman Powell. In fact, in that auction last night, I ended up with Andrew Wiggins instead of Powell, and I didn't feel good about that.
I understand.
I don't really know how it happened.
Oh yeah,
go ahead.
Weird stuff happens, bro. Weird stuff happens. All right, so while we're waiting on a pick here, let's get to another news. Well, we're talking about Embiid, right? Okay, so he came back and played on Friday. 14 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 threes upside your dome, okay, in 19 minutes. Dude, he went 14, 7, and 8 with 2 threes with 3 steals and 2 threes in that limited amount of time. And by the way, Doc, so that's pretty chalky. We expected him to play. I'm back on the clock. So let's put the goodies aside. I'll get you updated on picks in a minute. I did get sniped on Anthony Simons. I was going to get myself a little Anthony Simons. Let me just take another cruise here, Doc, through.
I just noticed that Bruski got Reed Shepherd while I wasn't looking. That's pretty good. I like me some Reed Shepherd. Titus got Ingram. Mark Camaro just got Brandon Pajemski, who I was looking at with my last pick. Passador took Naz Reid. I talked about the fact that I was looking at him. A guy I was not looking at is Anthony Simons and Cam Thomas. Bobby got Cam Thomas, and then Rick Kamla took Shaden Sharp. Brought to you by FanDuel.
Now, interesting decision here, Doc.
Oh, and you need to make another pick. You're on the clock.
I just mistakenly put Bradley Beal in my queue and had to just immediately eject him from my queue. How dare you? How dare you enter my queue? All right, I'm going to make a bold call. This is a best player available pick right now, and I hope it buzzkills everybody drafting after me. I'm taking Nick Claxton, who I perceive to be, I'm scrolling through, by far the best center option left on the board. There really isn't anything left on the center board at this point, and so I'm rocking that way. So this is a newsy thing for Shaden Sharp. Here, Doc, you know that I'm obsessed with these guys getting paid. All right. You get paid, it leads to everything. Shaden Sharp, Doc, 4 years, $90 million. You know what this means, Doc? He is going to be their leading scorer this year. I just got like a whoosh. What's happening here?
I don't know. I got
everything good.
I don't know.
All right, 20. All right. Okay, so we're back. Ben Mathurin just went to Nastanovich at the second pick in round 8. All right, back to our story here quickly, Doc. I believe, and I was thinking about this, Shaden Sharp's been starting, killing it, just gets paid. 4 years and 90, okay? So he's now making more than Denny Abdia. Tamani Kamara, by the way, got 4 years and 82. All right, that cements him in the starting 5. Cement. All right, I think Denny Abdia.
The money always finds the floor.
So Denny Abdia got paid by this team, okay? And what do you see? A huge spike of Denny. And yes, Jeremy Grant is paid, but it's a regretful pay. So I think he will be a bench guy this year. I feel actually very confident about that. Doc, I am on Shaden Sharp now, okay? I was like, he's a sleeper. I may or may not mess around with. He just got paid, okay? He's going to lead Portland in scoring this year. He will have the highest scoring average on the Portland Trailblazers this year, and I would bet a significant amount of money on that.
Wow. I mean, that's a big story. It's big news. But I thought about that when I saw he got paid the other day. It was yesterday or whatever day it was. I was like, uh-oh. Money finds the floor. And, I think you're probably going to be right on that, Rick.
So Shaden Sharp, and then I took Claxton. Derek Lively just went, but good luck finding bigs right now. Benny Mathurin went to Nastanovich. Paul George went to Tommy Beer. Ryan. RJ Barrett went to Mike Passador. I do like catching some RJ Barrett late in draft stock. The PRA is solid. Derek Lively goes to Mark Camaro. Devin Vassell, who I thought of at the turn, goes to Dan Palyo. And we're now at Ryan Knaus at the 7th pick in round 8, Doc, and we are moving and grooving through this draft. So let's get to some other news here. I want to go back up to Philly for a minute, Doc. Huge news on VJ Edgecombe. All right, he started The starting lineup for Friday's game was Tyrese Maxey, BJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Adem Bona, and Joel Embiid. All right. Nick Nurse said in pregame availability that he's leaning towards starting Edgecombe on opening night. Okay. That means he's going to. And when Edgecombe goes out and did what he did after Nick Nurse said that, 26 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, 2 threes. Okay. What? He had big games in the summer league. So, dude, it is my confusion has cleared up now on BJ Edgecombe. I'm now looking at him as a late round sleeper.
I might be looking at him as more than that because he's pretty high up in my queue.
Nice. So he might be your next pick, right, Doc? Like right on brand here.
I may shock the world with my next 2 picks.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, so Ryan Knaus took Quentin Grimes. Brian Rosenworcel took Igor Doman, the point guard, rookie point guard for Brooklyn. Tobias Harris went to Matt Stroup. Aaron Bruski took Keyshawn George. Dan Titus took Tari Eason. Joe Kaiser is now on the clock. And Doc, are you feeling a snipage here, or do you feel like you're in the clear on your picks?
Well, I mean, the picks I'm thinking about making are kind of dumb, so I don't think I'm probably going to get – well, I did want Stephon Castle. Like, he was my legit pick, but since he's gone, I'm just going to keep it very newsy. I'm going to keep it very newsworthy.
VJ Edgecombe. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Keeping it on the – and then Herb Jones went to Keston. Paul, were you thinking about Herb here? And then Jaden McDaniels trying to get some defense there on his team.
You know, I'm thinking about another center. I really want to just go ahead and take Bona. But I can't do it.
Dude, I've got a million bigs. This has been my strategy too. Like, I'll get Bona if it works, but I'm not overdrafting Bona because I'm getting Kessler, I'm getting Klingon, I'm getting Sarr, I'm getting Claxton. So I got bigs, dude. Bigs are not a problem.
Yeah, I need another forward. I'm gonna take the dude I keep taking, Kelly Oubre.
My guy, Kelly Oubre Jr. Good pick, dude. Good pick. Tyler Hero just went. Pretty good pick. I mean, there are no bad. I mean, if you're gonna take KJ Simpson right now, that's a bad pick. Okay.
Dude, in our draft last night, Knaus threw AJ Green out there early for $1, and the clock just ticked all the way down. Like, nobody touched him, and he's like, oops. And it was early in the draft, and immediately when the draft is over, he dropped that dude. I think it was AJ Green. Dropped him and picked somebody else up. It was a pretty funny moment.
Mistake. Dude, I'm big on AJ Green this year. AJ Green is going to be at 14 points in 3 threes per game. In a 12-team league, he's a streamer. In a 14-team league, he's valuable. I'll tell you another guy that I've come around on, Doc, and this is not dynasty drafts, right? These are redrafts. Klay Thompson, taking him late. Because you think about this, Klay's going to be at about 14, 15 points, but you know what, Doc? He was at like 3.4 or 3.7 threes last year. And he plays. Klay played like 72 games last year. I like Klay Thompson as a late round pick this year, like last pick of draft, second to last pick of draft, because he's been flirting with the waiver wire, Doc. But if he's approaching 4 threes a game with 14, 15 points, that's not waiver wire. That's like what Malik Beasley did last year. You know, I think Klay can approach what Malik Beasley did last year.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Klay is, I don't know.
Mid, is that the word you're looking for?
So mid. But dude, I'm sitting here obsessed with Ace Bailey because Matt Stroup just took Ace Bailey. And I feel like I'm going to lose my 30 deep league this year because I drafted Ace Bailey and his bad knees. And I just have this feeling that he's going to not play that much. Am I crazy?
You're not crazy, but I would just like come in off the ledge. You know, it's windy outside. It's a little cold. You may slip and fall. Like, come back inside. You don't need to be on the ledge anymore. I don't think it's a huge deal like that. All right, Doc, I have to survey. I know one of the picks. I got to survey. Am I good in assists? Oh, man, an assist. I need some assists, Doc. Doc, I need some assists, my brother. I need some assists. Do I need a forward? I'm looking at the forward spots. This is tough. I got 3 guys. I got 2 spots. Including the aforementioned Klay Thompson, who, if I don't take him here, won't make it back to me. Am I good on threes? Am I good on threes, Doc? Am I getting enough 3 balls? I'm getting kind of a lot. I mean, Wemby's at 3 balls a game, dude. I'm taking
10 seconds.
Taking PJ Washington.
I was looking at that's who I almost took last time.
I'm taking PJ Washington. And I'm going to go ahead, Doc. Am I light in assists? I got to take one more view on this. I think I still feel a little shy in assists, Doc. A little shy in assists. All right, I'm taking Keontae George. Clay, I'm sorry. It didn't work out. Maybe next time. But I gotta try to get 5, 6, 7 assists. So Keontae George. Starting to like my team a little bit more here, Doc. We're getting out in the weeds. I'm able to take some of my dudes. Like, I'm feeling better about my squad. The Austin Reeves pick, dude, and I do like Austin Reeves, but at 28, I just don't like that pick. I just don't.
So Ty Jerome and Ty Jerome's hurt, right? Ja Morant's hurt. My guy Pippen is hurt. They're all hurt, right?
Bro, your boy Pippen's super hurt. Like, surgery, broken. I forget what the dang injury was. I think I have it in my notes here.
I mean, Ty Jerome's not a day-to-day injury either. I don't think.
So here's what's up.
So Ty who's going to play point guard?
So Ty Jerome played 4 minutes Friday against the Heat and injured his calf 4 minutes into the game. Scottie Pippen had surgery to address a toe injury. He's out several weeks. Okay. So Javon Small, Doc. Javon Small and Cam Spencer. If Ja Morant can't play point guard on opening night, Javon Small may get a start. And Cam Spencer, whose game I love, would get an uptick in time and all that kind of stuff as well. But obviously, they'd be down to their 4th and 5th string point guards, bro. Not ideal.
Yeah. No, so I thought that was worth throwing out there because I was like, man, I've got Ty Jerome. I've got him in 30 deep too. So I got Ty Jerome and Ace Bailey. So I already got banged up guys when I specifically was trying to draft non-banged up guys.
But it sometimes it works out that way, man. Matt Stroup just took Zach Risachet, really good pick with the 9th pick in round 10. Io DeSumo went to Brian Rosenworcel. Cal Filipowski went to Ryan Knaus at the 7th pick in round 10. Malik Monk went to Dan Palyo. Dylan Harper, who's played well in the preseason, went to Mark Camaro. And yes, he does know it's not a dynasty league. That was fantasy basketball humor right there. Aaron Nesmith went 4th overall in the 10th round. Bobby Portis went 3rd overall in round 10. And Con Knippel. I'm curious to see what happens there, Doc. We got to start from Trey Mann. We got to start from Colin Sexton. We got to start from Con Knippel. And who the starting 2 is for Charlotte on opening night. I'm not, I don't think it's captivating the United States of America, but I am curious to see what they do with that. Doc just made a Dennis Schroeder pick with the 2nd to last pick in round 10. Talk to me about taking Schroeder.
One of the last point guards standing. You can never have too many assists, right?
And Doc took a Dembona. Way to go, Doc. Way to go. Well, I left the back door open and you just closed it for me.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. Bona's going to be good. Bona's going to be good if they play him some next to Joel Embiid, that'll be cool. And if Embiid gets hurt, he's going to start. So he'll be all right. I mean, I feel good about Bona that late 11th round.
You should. It's a great pick. Doc, I have a question for you. Do you have a draft tonight?
No.
Okay, I have another question for you. You sent me a text over the weekend that slow drafts are going to kill you. How how refreshing is it to be in a draft with all of our homies with a 1-minute clock? I mean, are you loving this? Talk to me.
I was until Bruski took Buzelis, but dude, when some dude sits on a 4-hour clock for all 4 hours and then it just wears me down, dude. And I get why we do slow drafts. It's very hard to get everybody together to do this many times during draft season. So I'm fine with a slow draft, but sometimes they can wear, like, if you sit here all night and you're like waiting, like it's gonna kick to you, and then midnight strikes and the clock gets turned off, the guy never picked, and it wears me out.
You know what kills me, Doc, is auctions. I hate auctions. I don't like them. I don't. I'm not good at them, Doc. We have to determine our strengths and weaknesses in life, right? I am not good at auctions. I get too impatient. I get too, I got to have the guy. I get emotional. Like, you've got to be the Terminator. You've got to be Kawhi Leonard in an auction. Okay. I've got my price. I'm not going over my price, period. End of story. I'm way too liberal for that.
I enjoyed that auction last night. I spent all my money, like I always do, on two guys, and then I sat there, twiddled my thumbs for an hour, watched guys go up. I'm not even bidding, and then but then it was a weird one because, like I said, there were lots of guys still available late. I probably could have been a little more aggressive with my like fourth or fifth get, but I've got Luka and Wemby, so. I mean, hopefully I could have had a blindfold on and not had any idea what I was doing and still be okay in that one.
I mean, you got Wemby and Luka. Didn't you say it's a 10-team draft?
It is 10 people, yeah.
I mean,
I got Giddy too.
Nice. Having Luka and Wemby in a 10-team league doesn't like hit the same as in a 12 or 14, but I mean, it's still Luka and Wemby, man. It's still Luka and Wemby. Let me tell you another late round guy. I mean, we're here for the content, right? If people want to snipe me on these picks, they can. Another late round guy, Doc, that I'm warming up to. There's two of them actually. Chris Paul, and I'm talking super late, right? I have a feeling Chris Paul is going to be a pretty major factor for the Clippers this year. You got all these injury-prone guys. The guy played every game last year. He is bloodthirsty to play, such a competitor. And I just think he's going to find the wood. They may even, Ty Lue may have a role for Chris Paul that we didn't really envision. And we're like, damn, he's still playing 28 minutes a game. Look at that. Okay. So I got a little Chris Paul thing. Again, I'm not geeked on him, but like at the end of drafts, and if week one goes by and he sucks, I'll send him back to waivers. But I'd kind of like to investigate how that first week looks, Doc.
It's wild that that Chris Paul, I keep seeing him sitting there at the end of drafts undrafted, or he got drafted in the very, very end. And I'm kind of with you. I mean, I don't know what his role is going to be. I know he didn't have a huge preseason, but it's hard to see him not having a big role. I agree. Oh, Rick Cameron's on the clock. Obi Toppin just went. And D'Angelo Russell, your boy. And Rick, you're muted, my friend.
Muted and on the clock, a dangerous combination. So, dude, I talk up Klay Thompson. I'm like, there's no way Klay Thompson's making through 26 picks back to me. Klay Thompson made it back to me. That's a rather obvious pick. So I'll go ahead and take. Let's go. Let's go, Klay. I like my team now, Doc. I've made it through the early rounds. There was some adversity. There was some stuff happening. The ball was taking on water.
Klay Thompson and Joel Embiid. Calm down. Settle down. Settle down, Beavis.
I'm taking
Thompson.
I'm taking Walter Clayton.
Oh,
AKA the homie. He's my secret weapon. Walter Clayton is my secret weapon, guys. And I have Keontae George, so I like that. Like a guy, we'll see how that guard thing goes. Collier's still hurt, so I'm loving my late picks. Loving my late picks.
You've only got one more pick to make, and I've only got 2, and then this thing is done.
Yeah, I got the last pick in the Drizaft.
That was fast. That sounds like Chris Paul territory.
Could be if he makes it back to me. And I have another ace in the hole. And again, for content purposes, I'll bring up his name. Marcus Smart. Doc, I got a little tickle on Marcus Smart. It's a hunch. It's just a hunch. I have always loved Marcus Smart's stat set. Big steal guy, hits threes, not an efficient guy, nor do I care. Good assists. He's a goody guy, okay? And I don't know what his role looks like in LA. What I can tell you this, Doc, is he played on Friday, and he put up a Marcus Smart stat line. And with LeBron James out, I think Marcus Smart is a terrific late round, second to last pick of your draft dice roll. Like if waiting on Chris Paul gets sniped. Damn, I wanted Chris Paul. Take Marcus Smart. And again, if we get to the first game and he's playing 13 minutes and Gabe Vincent's playing damn 21 minutes, then you cut Marcus Smart and you go somewhere else with your life. But I want to see how he looks against GSW on opening night, Doc. I want to see that.
Me too, because right now I haven't even considered drafting Marcus Smart, and I'm not considering it for this next pick. Stroup, come on, bro.
Oh, he took Chris Boucher. That is a knife wound. Bro, Doc just got shivved like he's at a penitentiary right there. That was ruthless, bro.
That was my pick. I don't even have anybody else in my queue. Good Lord, that one hurt.
Which one hurt more, Buzelis or Boucher?
Buzelis.
Dude, sure. Are you going to have words with Bruski? Do you need a summit with Bruski after this draft?
The ha 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 text was a little much. That's bad etiquette. He said he's got a flag for spiking the ball at my feet.
Did he get a taunting penalty?
He spun the ball at my feet and pointed at me.
That's hilarious.
He's got 15 yards personal.
Oh my God. He did kind of dunk on you right there. He just kind of shacked on you. Like, yeah, kind of like Shaq almost, dude.
All right. We're pivoting to a guy I actually like and probably need, Bryce Sensabaugh.
I like Bryce Sensabaugh. Doc, good pick.
And I've been using I went to the Rick Kamla school of drafting, and I've been taking this dude with my last pick in all my leagues. And he's I'll tell you here in a second. Rick, do you need to tell him about the in-season content?
Our in-season content is going to be absolutely phenomenal. You guys know that we have the best fantasy basketball content in the biz. Hall of Famer Steve Alexander, Rick Kamla. You have the legendary Aaron Bruski, the mastermind Andre Lemouche. You have Keston Paul and Mike Passador and Mark Camaro. All of us, man. We are the best team of fantasy basketball on earth. Please go to SportsEthos.com and get a subscription. We've got different price points for you there. And then you'll be able to have access to all of our rankings, all of our tools, all of our articles. And this is going to keep going throughout the season. And Doc, you and me and Bruski and others are going to be obviously hosting shows daily here. Okay, so we've got your fix for fantasy basketball. We are going to take you through all 82 games together, and we're going to win together. But that's what's up, man. Our in-season content's going to be absolutely fabulous.
Keston Paul is using this entire clock. Ryan Dunn. I'm going to take, you know who I'm taking, Rick. Tell him.
Do I know who you're taking?
DeJounte Murray.
Good pick.
And just sit on him with the last pick. Wait till he comes back, and he's going to ball out.
I am surprised that he is still available. That surprises me. Dude, DeJounte Murray's been a weird guy this draft season. Doc, I've had to take him in round 7 or 8. And that got I'm passing on Kevin Porter Jr. and Drew Holiday and Reed Shepard and all these, like I said, I've done that a couple times. I'm good. And then I've been in some other drafts where it's like round 10, round 11, bam. That feels so much better to take DeJounte Murray. I may have overdrafted him in those leagues, like where I took him in the mid rounds, but if he comes back in January, then I didn't overdraft him. And that's the rough timeline. I didn't want to call it an expectation. That's too strong. But maybe just sort of a speculative target based on reporting for DeJounte Murray is like a January kind of thing.
Yeah, and I've gotten him in the last round every time I've taken him. Like just easy money. It feels like he comes back.
I mean, that's how to do it. That feels good to me. Last pick of the draft. It's a no-brainer. I mean, your last couple of picks here, Doc, you took a little Bona, a little Sensabaugh, a little Murray, and we're going to go through our team builds here when we're done. We got a few picks left. But we are deep, guys. This is a 14-team league, head-to-head, 9-cat, 13-round draft. Cam Whitmore just went to Ryan Knaus. Dan Palyo just took Trey Jones. Brian Rosenworcel took Scoot Henderson. Aaron Bruski took Josh Minot. So as you can see here, we are in the waiver wire of most leagues. We're down to the final four here, Doc. Mike Passador, Tommy Beer, Bob Nastanovich, and myself will make the final four picks of the SportsEthos Invitational 2025. So Doc, this has been fun. I like a live draft. This has been very, very cool. We want you guys to subscribe to the SportsEthos YouTube channel and the Fantasy NBA Today podcast feed. But Doc, this live draft has been fun, man.
It's also been brought to you by FanDuel, and it's been good. I'm mad at Stroup. I'm mad at Bruski. The anger will probably linger for, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. Then I'll finally get over it.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding around. But Rick, you love it when stuff like that happens to me because the look on my face, my attitude shift, and I just wear it on my sleeve, dude. I get so annoyed when stuff like that happens.
Like I saw, there are some people who, when they get mad, you're kind of like, hide the women and children. There's some people when they get mad, it's like, all right, just let them blow off steam. There are some people that get mad that are funny.
That's
Doc
hilarious.
Doc is one of those guys. He is funny when he's mad. All right, I'm going to take Chris Paul, last pick in the draft, and you may or may not hear the applause. It's certainly in my ear. Thank you. Oh, Fantrax, thank you so much. Thank you. No, seriously, thank you so much. That round of applause was unnecessary, but very, very well received. Could I get some more? Joel Embiid style. Doc, I want you to take us through your team build. We are through every pick in the draft right here. Take us into your team, brother.
Well, I just got scared because I went into my roster and my forward spot was open. And DeJounte Murray was on my bench, and I was like, did I not draft enough forwards? But luckily, Dyson Daniels is a forward. So is Amen Thompson. So I think I was fine. So my point guards are Giddey. I guess Amen Thompson can be considered a point guard, maybe. DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum. So I've got 3 healthy assist getters right now. My bigs, I've got Rudy Gobert, Khalil Ware, Bona, and Johnny Collins. So I feel like that's a decent stable of bigs. And then my middle guys, my wings, got Amen, Kelly Oubre, Bryce Sensabaugh, Dyson Daniels, and VJ Edgecombe is possibly the key to this team. If he comes out and balls out, I think Edgecombe could be a difference maker. I also need Khalil Ware to play a lot of minutes in Miami. And then, of course, I'm going to need my men, Josh Giddey, and Amen Thompson to go off. But I feel like I've had a pretty well-rounded team for the most part.
I mean, you're a Hall of Famer, dude. I'm sure your team is completely badass. And I like, so let me, before I move on, let me peep, your squad here real quick. Giddey,
the best place to do it's on the roster over there by, over by the queue.
Solid team, dude. Solid team. You need, as I view your team, Doc, you need your bigs to be good. Like Gobert's Gobert. You need, to me, the key to your club is Khalil Ware. Like if Khalil Ware is a stud, and then you got him and Gobert, you got a little Bona. You don't have a lot of C on this team, Doc. But it's not a waiver wire team. It's you draft a team and you just go. And it's just going to like play it out. The numbers are going to accumulate. But as I look at your squad, to me, Khalil Ware is the key.
Now, I'm guessing there's a lot of teams that don't have a lot of C on their team. And I look through this. Tommy Beer only has one guy. Oh, he's got Bobby Portis. So he's got two guys that qualify at center. And most people only have two or three. So I think I'm probably in line. But you're right. Khalil Ware he's a crapshoot. And he was a guy I reached for. But his preseason was so dominant, and his skill set is right up my alley. So I just need for what's his name? Coach, I can't think of his name. Spoelstra, to give him minutes.
All right, so let's get into my team build here. The two guys, Austin Reeves, Drew Holiday, Keontae George, and Shaden Sharp. They're in my starting lineup right now. That's how I would keep that. My forwards, SF Brandon Miller, power forward Alex Sarr, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington. I think they're both going to be just solid. Not great. I just think they're going to be real solid for Dallas. Joel Embiid, obviously, that's the big dice roll here. Got him in the 5th or 4th round. I don't have the draft in front of me anymore. I'm on my roster.
4th round.
So again, that's where when you're in the middle, you take guys where it feels better. But I had to kind of overdraft Embiid a little bit. He wouldn't have made it back to me. But I think we're going to get a good amount of games from Joel, and in those games, he's going to be a rock star. So
I like what you did though, because you drafted Joel Embiid in the 4th round, but you backed it up in the 5th with Alex Sarr. You got Nick Claxton in the 8th, and you've got Wemby. So I mean, you're good with centers, man. It's almost like you're the Celtics with Porzingis last year. Like we don't need that guy, but I mean, if he can play for us, all the better. That's sort of where you are with Embiid, I think.
It is, and like when I took Nick Claxton, Doc, that's why I was kind of like talking a little trash about it. As I viewed it, he's got a chance to go double with 2 blocks. Derek Lively does not. Let's just call it what it is. Derek Lively does not project at all to be a 2-block guy. He's never done it. He's never even come close to it. Does it happen this year? Okay, maybe it does. Claxton's been a 2-block guy twice recently. So anyway, feel good about the bigs. Loving the Klay Thompson pick, right? Because Brandon Miller is going to be at 3 balls. Shaden Sharp's going to be at 3 balls. Keontae George is going to be at least 2. Drew Holiday is going to be at least 2. Austin Reeves going to be at 3+. Embiid's going to hit me 1.5. Victor's going to hit me 3. Walter Clayton Jr. was put on this earth to look like Steph with a wetter. And Chris Paul was almost a 2-3 ball per game guy last year. So I'm feeling good about my squad, Doc. Assists were a game of catch up for me. But Clayton, to me, I don't know how much playing time he's going to get. But he is a dime guy. Chris Paul, obviously, is probably going to get 7 or 8 times playing 24 minutes off that Clipper bench. I'm obviously very good in blocks, obviously very good in rebounds. I've got a lot of scores. I feel good about my club, dude. I'm not going to make any bold proclamations or guarantees, but I'm happy with my squad.
Yeah, I'm happy with mine too. What I'm sad about, other than not getting Matas Buzelis because of Aaron Bruski's selfishness. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad somebody in the family got Matas Buzelis. If it wasn't,
there you go.
Me. What I'm sad about is that I don't have any more drafts. Like this was it. This is my draft season finale, and it's my favorite time of the year is drafting fantasy hoops teams. So, it's time to throw the ball up in the air and see what happens.
It is indeed, Doc. So. Let's see here. Anything else we want to cover? How about let's take a look at Bruski's team here real quick. Obviously, we do all these shows with him. Let's take a look at Brew's team build, and then I think we can get out of here unless you guys have some other ideas. All right, Bruski. I already like his squad, man. Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Poole, Reed Shepherd are his guards. Smoke on that. Matus Buzelis is his SF. Jaren Jackson's his PF. Keyshawn George. A good sleeper, right? Question marks, but I like him. He's at one of the forward spots. Keegan Murray. Obviously, he's out with the thumb injury. Probably miss a month of the regular season. He'll eventually get good. He will eventually acquire goodies from him. You have Jay Huff. You have Walker Kessler. Keon Ellis, obligatory. You have Ty Jerome, and you have Josh Minot. So, look, true to form. What do we know about Bruski? He's a big Jay Huff guy. He's a Keon Ellis guy. So he got a lot of his guys too, Doc. And you guys kind of share guys every once in a while. He's got guys, you got guys. Sometimes they're the same guy.
Yeah, my guys list Trae Young, Reed Shepherd, Buzelis, Jay Huff. You've kind of turned me into a Walker Kessler guy, even though I may not have been there at the beginning. And then I was a huge Ty Jerome guy until he got hurt. So yeah, there's a lot of same my guys like. I tell you what, man, I cannot wait. This is the season of Buzelis. Like, he's either going to make me look like a genius or a jackass. Like, there's no in between with him. I don't think. And it's sort of like last year I went all in on Giddey. Well, this year it's Buzelis that I've kind of gone all in on. So he just kept getting drafted higher and higher and higher and earlier and earlier and earlier, like as the draft season went on. So the hype is there. We'll see if he can live up to it. I think he's fine as long as the Bulls play him 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, I completely agree, Doc. So let me give the people the lay of the land here and just tell you what's happening on Tuesday here. And this will be a pretty regular flow. This is Monday, the day before the regular season. Once we get into the regular season, this will kind of be our flow. So at 10:30, it'll be the Fantasy NBA Today Monday recap, where we look back at Monday's games. So we wouldn't be doing that. 11:15 Fantasy NBA Today, Tuesday look ahead, 12 p.m. Eastern, the Fantasy NBA Today, where we do some sports betting and wagering and prop bets and stuff like that. And then at 12:30, it'll be the SportsEthos NBA show with me, Rick Kamla. It's a reality show. So that's kind of how Tuesday stacks up right there. And we love you guys. Again, please subscribe to the SportsEthos.com. I'm screwing this up. Please subscribe to the SportsEthos YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the Fantasy NBA Today podcast feed. Please follow @Ethos Fantasy NBA. And maybe most importantly of all, go to SportsEthos.com with your debit card and spend a little money on a subscription. You're going to love it. You're going to get great content. It's going to help you win money at basketball. Doc, any final words? Because this is it. Next time we talk with the people, dude, it'll be opening night. Here we go.
Getting a subscription to the Draft Guide and the All Sports Pass and all that stuff also keeps us on the air. We're like PBS, we need funding to make this possible and keep us going. So it helps that. And we have a lot of fun doing the show. We share a lot of information and really dig into a lot of stuff. So all the shows. So that, and other than that, go Hoosiers. Go Pacers, go Hawks, go Vandy, go Georgia Tech. It's the year of the little guy in college football, Rick. I'm fired up about it.
It is. Still alive for a couple of chips in college football fantasy. I got a 5-3 and a 4-4. The 4-4, Doc, was 4-0, and I've lost 4 straight games. And I don't suck now. That's college football fantasy. It is the wild, wild west. But I'm still alive for a couple of chips, so hopefully I have good news on that. And, Doc, they are both cash leagues. All right, for Hall of Famer Steve Alexander, a.k.a. Dr. A, for the great Andre Lemouche, and for our patriarch Aaron Bruski, I am Rick Kamla. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy NBA Today, brought to you by FanDuel. Hopefully you enjoyed the draft. We'll see you Tuesday with a bunch more great content. See you soon.